Ho, ho, ho. Run Boy Christmas recommendations for the endurance athlete in your life. One piece of advice before we start: if you have an endurance athlete you're buying for and they are super into it, be careful because there's a very good chance that they already have a lot of stuff that they need, and buying stuff for them can be tricky. And they might not want to hurt your feelings and be like, I already have this, I don't need this, I don't want this. So you could kind of burden them with something. So I put together about 5 recommendations that I think are a little safer and will probably keep said athlete happy. So let's get started. First up, one thing that every endurance athlete needs is consumables. Like these, not those kind of consumables. These kind of consumables. Energy. I brought a couple of my favorites. Honey Stinger waffles, because gels get super old sometimes. These are really nice on long runs. They're just, it's nice to chew on something and not just be sucking down sticky goo. So, good idea. About $1 a piece. Dirty cheap. Next up, these are Clif blocks. Clif Shot blocks, I believe. I don't know, they got a name like that. There are many variants of this as well. Some come in a tube, some come in a bag. Same kind of thing though. It's sometimes really nice, not just kind of glopping goo down your throat, but instead chewing on a gummy. It can be really helpful. Look at gel. Gels are ubiquitous. They're gonna be there, but this one is an interesting one. This is Science in Sport, and this is no need for water. You usually need to take a pretty big gulp of water after you have a gel. This one's kind of already pre-diluted, that's why it's kind of a fatter packet. But yeah, gels are gels. I mean, they are kind of number one for a reason. They work really well. They're easy to pack. But yeah, and then if you got somebody that's is a trail runner or maybe mountain biker or something, I really like stuff like this. This is a Kate's Grizzly bar. Kate's is local here. There's a lot of natural stuff. This is a real food bar. You can see right there. It's a granola bar. I mean, this is a peanut butter dark chocolate trail mix. These things pack a ton of calories in, which is kind of nice. I mean, this one is 380 calories for this bar. So it's basically like a decent meal. If you're going on like a 3 or 4 hour run or ride, this midway, not a bad idea. So those are some options. I took the liberty of putting a couple links in the description below for some variety packs. Again, pretty safe bet though, because if you were, giving a gift to somebody who's training a lot, they go through a ton of calories, and it's nice to just mix it up. So there's a good chance they could really use these. All right, on to gift number 2. We're kind of going to do this in increasing cost. That's the gift pack things that I recommended were about $11, I think, for 6 to 8 servings. You can also just go to a running or sports store and find them there, usually for $1 or $2 per packet, whatever it is. So it's really easy to make a little basket or a little package or something. So all in there, probably 10 to 15 bucks. Next up, I don't have it over here. It's kind of right here. An Audible membership. You can buy this in a couple ways. Either as kind of a standalone, 1, 3, 6, or 12-month membership. Those range from about $15 to $120, I think, for the top level for a full year. And the awesome thing there is it gives whoever you're giving it to the full freedom to choose what they want to listen to. Now, I listen to audiobooks all the time when I run. While I was filming another video today, between actual filming, I was listening to the end of Born to Run for the 3rd or 4th time. I find that they're a great way to, kind of zone out, and they really help. And if I'm getting bored, they kind of let my mind wander a little bit, and they're a great way to spend time. So you can also buy books, individual books, if you want to do it that way. So Born to Run is a great one. I really like one. I think the one that I linked below is called How Bad Do You Want It? It's a Matt Fitzgerald book that's talking about kind of sports psychiatry or psychology. Yeah, so those are fun, but you can also let them choose their own. So yeah, you can start that one at $15. Take it as far as you want, but I think great option. All right, third up is going to be a towel of some kind. This one is actually a work towel. So I got this from my work for a summer party. I love this one because it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's really easy to see, and I use this in my transition towel in triathlons, so I can spot this from a pretty good distance. So when I'm coming into transition out of the swim or out of the bike, it's not hard to find my stuff. So I like that. I mean, if the person you're buying for is a triathlete, you might think of that. Might think of something very unique and a vivid pattern. It's really nice having that as part of your kit. Now, you want to get fancy, the link I have in the description down below is for the new Orange Mud, not really new, but Orange Mud Transition Wrap and sort of towel, and also kind of car seat cover. It's a little more money. It's about $40, but what that buys you is a pretty cool towel that you can use in a couple ways. If you're, right after a run, you just want to get out of your sweaty shorts and whatnot and into some kind of street clothes, it actually kind of works as a wrap. You can wrap it, cinch it around your waist, got a snap, and then change underneath it, so you don't have to go try to find a bathroom and deal with that. And then when you're done for the day heading home, and if you're still sweaty, depending on what time of year it is, you can actually use it as kind of a car seat cover to keep sweat off your seat. So very nice option. That is on my personal list for the year. I really hope I get one, and if I don't, I'll probably just buy my own because it's a cool product. So I just realized that I did some of these backwards, so we'll do these. These next ones are actually a little cheaper, but these are going to be foam rollers. The ones that I like are, I am totally blanking on the brand right now. They're a K, I know that much, but anyway, this is called the Trigger Point. Jeez, that was yeah, that's a T. That's not a K. I'm having a heck of a day. Anyway, Trigger Point. This is the standard kind of grid core roller. This one, if I remember right, it's about $24. It's not too bad. You can see it's got these ridges. It's got some kind of like knobbly bits here. This is really good for kind of a full body thing. I use this all the time on my IT band. I can also use it on shins, calves, quads, butt, whatever you need to. And this was really a lifesaver for me. I mean, I get ITBS pretty gnarly if I try to ramp up distance too much, and this helps kind of break those up and keep my knees feeling happier. So another option that I just picked up and I really like, this is the Grid Stick, again by Trigger Point. And this one is more of a handheld thing, so it's a lot easier to target exactly where you need to put some pressure to kind of break up some knots and whatnot. These are just a little bit more expensive. I got this on sale, but I think right now, the link below again, about $31, nothing too crazy, and a very nice thing. There's a decent chance, whoever you're buying for might already have one of these, but it's never a bad idea to have one to keep at the office or keep in the car or take to the gym or whatever, because rolling right before and right after a workout is super helpful. So all right, and kind of if you're getting into the super fancy stuff, a nice set of Bluetooth headphones is awesome. These ones are probably the second favorite I own. The first favorite is charging, because I just wore them because they're awesome. They're made by a brand called Anker, A-N-K-E-R. These are one of the set of sound buds. The other one in there is the NB10 model. That's the link I have below. They are really good for all aspects that I've found. I mean, obviously not swimming, but if you're running or biking, depending on if you wear bikes or headphones when you bike or not, that's a topic for another day. They're great. They don't move. They stay put. They stay put on the mountain bike, trail running, all that stuff, and they got a pretty decent battery life. It never hurts to have more than one pair. I have 4 pair because there's some times when I go out for 4 or 5 hours, I might actually kill the battery on one pair. So I'll bring a second set in my bag, so I still got something to listen to. These ones, or the ones that I'll link, are about $40 again. They're great. They're great warranty. I haven't had to use it, but I've used it on some other products, and very responsive company. I also linked one called the Aftershocks, and those are I've used a pair of those. I don't personally own a pair, but they're really neat because they're called bone conducting. They sit about here, kind of at the back of your jaw, so it uses your skull essentially to put music in your ears, and you don't actually block off your ears. So that's really good if you're running somewhere where it's crowded, or you generally want a little more situational awareness when you're running, or I guess when whoever's you're buying for is running. It's very helpful because it allows them to listen to things going on around them. So that's kind of my top 5 for the year. Other great ideas, you can always just do something a little more homemade. Certificates for entry fee of the race of their choice or something, or maybe enter them in a lottery for Western states or something. They kind of have to plan ahead for that. I don't think you can really do that. That kind of requires some heads up, but anything like that is always fun too. Things I would avoid: shoes, clothes, that kind of stuff, because it's just very personal, and you might have your heart in the right place, but it just might not be the right thing for them, and they might not want to let you know that, so it gets kind of awkward. So anyway, that is it for this video. Check out the links below if you want to see the products and some of the other ones I would recommend. I hope you're liking this. I hope to see you back here, and I hope you have a great holiday. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate, enjoy, and I will see you back here soon.